In this video, I'm going to show you the number one GEO strategy that you should consider implementing in 2026. So let's jump straight into the video here. I'm here on ChatGPT and I want to show you the result of this strategy. So here's a prompt that is very detailed. And this is how people search on ChatGPT versus Google. On Google, they would search for something like best Google Ads manager, best Google Ads agency, PPC agency. Here, they'll search for something like, I'm looking for a Google Ads manager that has experience with wedding venues. Can you give me a list of who I should reach out to? We show up second. Again, you can validate this on your own ChatGPT. And why do we show up second? And this is the entire strategy filtered down to this one query, this one prompt. The reason why is we created a hyper-specific landing page talking about Google Ads for wedding venues, not just a landing page, full YouTube video, 8-minute YouTube video walking through the back end of a real Google Ads campaign for a wedding venue. And this page is robust, it's unique. Everything on the page is customized to wedding venues because we've actually worked with wedding venues amongst many other industries. And so this is how people search now on ChatGPT in AI mode. Before, they would search for something like SEO agency near me or best SEO agency. They still search that way, don't get me wrong, but more and more people are going to these types of prompts. I own a metal fab shop specializing in larger industrial projects. I notice that I'm not ranking, spelled wrong, ranking at the top of Google in my area. I need help with this. ChatGPT spits out a bunch of stuff. We show up first. Why? We have a hyper-specific landing page. I'm going to show you some more searches here and show you what the outcome is. So I'm looking for a wedding venue, essentially that has no noise ordinance or curfew. This is a real prompt that someone searched for, not exactly this, but something close. They found our client 20 Mile House organically on ChatGPT. Why did they find them? Late curfew wedding venue. This whole landing page is dedicated to that. This wedding venue is out in the middle of nowhere. They don't have a noise ordinance. They don't have a curfew. And therefore, this is the result. Now, before we created this hyper-specific landing page, they were not ranking because they didn't have content speaking to this. They just were trying to rank for queries like wedding venue California, best wedding venue California. And they were missing out on all these long tail prompts that many, many people do. And we can validate that people are searching for this. So if people are searching on Google, which SEMrush is calculating, no curfew wedding venues, no curfew wedding venues California, we know that people are probably going to be searching on ChatGPT in AI mode for something similar. People looking for Google Ads for wedding venues, showing 0 people searching per month, but it is showing up here if I search for something really unique, like microphone companies. I'm looking at my mic right now. It's not going to come back with anything. This is just blank. It's saying, you got to update the metrics because there's nothing here. So creating content around this is a way that you can validate and you can start. And I'll get to other ways that you can validate what type of content you should create towards the end of this video. But let's just do a couple more examples because I think it's important to look at the examples over and over and over again. We have a client that is a metal fabricator and they specialize in certain fabrication types. This is a shorter query, but again, previously on on Google, people might just search for metal fab company, best metal fabricator. Here, nickel alloy fabricator that can ship. Our client is showing up. Why are they showing up? We have a landing page talking about custom metal fabrication for nickel alloys. And we can see this entire page talks about the custom nickel alloy. And we talk about the different real applications that Madden Fabrication has done for nickel alloy. And they are getting leads from people finding them specifically looking for nickel alloys, whereas before they did not get those types of leads because they were not targeting this specific query. Let's do another example. Barn dominiums. We have a client that is a pole builder. It's like a type of barn structure here on the West Coast. They're based in Oregon, but they focus on Washington, California, Oregon, Idaho, Nevada. And I specifically looked for someone looking for a barn dominium I'm looking for a barn dominium on my property in California. Which pole building company should I reach out to? That's it. And Pacific Pole Buildings, our client, shows up first. Why? California Barn Dominium's landing page. And it talks about their custom builds. It talks about real projects that they've done here in California. It's a legitimate landing page, but they just didn't target this before. They didn't think to target it like this before, and therefore they weren't showing up. A last one for fun. I love cars. I don't have a Porsche. It's a dream of mine. But this is something that someone might search for. I bought a salvaged Porsche and I need to get the entire engine rebuilt. Who should I go with? And who shows up first? They've got a landing page for a Porsche engine rebuild. And on this page, it talks about the specific model that I asked about, 993, 996. And voila, they show up at the top. And so the formula here is really, really straightforward. And this is the GEO strategy, the ChatGPT marketing strategy that's going to do really, really well in 2026 and beyond. ChatGPT is training people to be conversational. AI mode is training people to be conversational. So gone are the days of people searching for best dog groomer near me. Now it's best dog groomer for doodles that specializes in a specific haircut. Search is moving more in that direction. And if you don't have these hyper-specific landing pages, you don't show up on ChatGPT. And I recommend right after watching this video, for your own industry, start doing these types of queries. Very specific. And see what shows up in ChatGPT. And my assumption is that you'll get more and more of these links going to specific landing pages. Now, caveat here. Yes, people are just going to search for best SEO agency. Yes, people are just going to search for best wedding venue. When we search for those things, though, this is more of the best wedding venue, California. There's owned and there's earned. Owned is what you control on your website. That's the content that you can create. And who shows up here? All of this, the earned, right? The what's getting referenced here are these listicles. Don't get me wrong, this is important. There's a lot of people searching this way, but this is much harder to control. Why are these businesses showing up here? Because they're showing up on Reddit. Because they're showing up, how did you source this info? Pull the citations for me. And again, you'll see all of these listicles, top 27 wedding venues in California. The Knot, Wedding Wire, Here Comes the Guide, Wedding Spots. These are valuable things to get listed on. But this is not something that you can just do tomorrow. Whereas tomorrow, you can publish landing pages on your website talking about specific things that you offer. And you can own that very, very quickly while you focus on the earned. And there's other opportunities and strategies for that. And so now the next question that you're probably wondering is, what do I create first, second, third, fourth, fifth? You likely have hundreds of different types of queries that someone might be searching for on ChatGPT to find you. Right? We serve many industries. Do we create wedding venues first? Do we create other industries first? And the answer there is there's two ways that you can go about doing it. You can go to SEMrush and Google Ads for. I'll share exactly how we chose our strategy. Google Ads for. This is the search that I'm doing. This is pulling keywords. And if I do an exact match, then I can see what people are searching for here. And you can see it very, very clearly. All right, as it's loading up, you'll see like Google Ads for businesses, Google Ads for small businesses, for lawyers, for dentists, for nonprofits. Each one has different keyword difficulties and different volumes per month. So we wanted to start with industries that we've worked with that have low keyword difficulty. We're not going to rank at the top for beginners. We're not a huge agency. And that's where you are likely potentially in a similar space. You might be a big business. You might have a website that has a high domain authority, but you probably do not. So going after low keyword difficulty keywords is going to be something that's very important. And even though we're talking about keywords here, people are prompting in ChatGPT, but they're doing it in a similar way as they are to Google, in that This is showing how people are searching on Google Ads for restaurants, for real estate, for pest control. If they're searching this way on Google, they're probably searching this way on ChatGPT. So this is one avenue that you can go. You can go to SEMrush, you can go to Ahrefs, you can go to Moz, and you can look for the different keyword variations that people are searching for your specific business, your specific industry. The other way, which is really, really easy, is you can also just go to ChatGPT and you could say something like, I own a law firm that specializes in personal injury. I want to create landing pages for different use cases, specific industries, so that when people search online for their unique situation, we have content that speaks to their situation. Not the best prompting in the world, but you'll see that it'll spit out some really interesting ideas. And there's likely dozens. So Amazon delivery truck, right? So vehicle accidents. And then it even goes more specifically for Uber, for Lyft, for commercial fleet, for garbage trucks, grocery store slip and falls, restaurant injury. There's dozens of these, right? In nursing home, hospital fall. And if I go and I search for personal injury, let's actually do this in another prompt. This is a final example that will prove it to you. Personal injury lawyer. I'm here in Portland, Oregon. And I'm going to do another query at the same time, that lawyer in Portland that can help me handle a situation for my mom where she got injured in a nursing facility. I think the staff wasn't being attentive enough to her. Who should I reach out to that specializes in this? Okay, so we go here, and who shows up? All of these businesses show up because they're listed on this listicle, best lawyers near you in Portland, Oregon. And again, it would be great if you could show up here, but this is not owned. This is earned. You have to have an account on bestlawyers.com. And usually on these types of things, the folks that pay to play at the top are the ones that get the best results. Now let's go to nursing home. All right. This business is showing up. Why? Nursing home neglect landing page. Johnston. Okay, let's see if they have one. Landing page. Medical malpractice, nursing homes. Oops, did not mean to click on that. They have a specific landing page for nursing homes. And now what's getting referenced is not these listicles, it's their owned content. So if there's a personal injury lawyer in Portland and they do not have a nursing home page, they have really no opportunity to show up here at the top. And so again, the strategy is hyper-specific content that talks to your target audience and the problems that they are facing. And we've done this for our clients over and over and over again. As you can see earlier in the video, we've done it for ourselves. And the strategy is pretty logical and straightforward. Executing it is a different story. So if you're looking for help with this GEO strategy in 2026, we would love to help you. Go to the link in the description of this video. Go to our website, book a call with me, and I personally will get on the phone with you and have a conversation about how we can help your business get massively more GEO exposure in 2026.